What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the NBA 2K20 Hornets franchise. In this episode, I'm going to simulate the season and try to go through the whole offseason, and maybe we can get through all of that in one episode. Here is the starting lineup for this season. As of right now, I might change it up a little bit midway through the simulation, I don't know. But point guard, we got Devontae Graham, shooting guard Luke Kennard, small forward Miles Bridges, power forward PJ Washington, and our starting center is Cody Zeller. And the bench, Biyombo, Monk, Bacon, Batum, and McDaniels. If you didn't watch the last episode, go ahead and watch that so you can get kind of a feel for the rest of the series. Last episode, we traded for Luke Kennard here. Thought that was a very good trade by me, of course. I'm a genius. I'm the best GM ever. But, yeah, he's a good young player. I think if we can re-sign him, because he's on an expiring deal, if we can re-sign him after this season, then that'll be really good because he's got good potential. He's still really young, so I'm excited to have him. I think him and Devontae will be a good backcourt for most of the franchise, hopefully. But we've got Graham, Kennard, Bridges, and Washington, four very promising young players, and that who can all play and all have good potential, so that's very promising for the future of this franchise. Alright, without further ado, we are going to simulate our first season, and if there's any good trade offers that I'm going to take or anything like that that's newsworthy, I'll probably stop at the All-Star break to see if we have any All-Stars or anything like that. But other than that, I'm just going to go to the end of the season. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, guys, so we're here just about the trade deadline. And I was offered this trade from the Knicks, who want PJ Washington and Malik Monk for Mitchell Robinson and Bobby Portis, which is a pretty good trade in my eyes because we need a good center, and Mitchell Robinson is a very good young center, great shot blocker, just good all-around player. And he's like the same age as Washington and Monk, and he's got more potential. So this is kind of a no-brainer to me, so I think I'm going to pull the trigger on this one. We're here at the All-Star break, and it looks like we do not have any All-Stars, which isn't surprising considering we're 18-36, which I was expecting. So we're right on track to get a good draft pick, which I am all for. I will see you guys at the end of the season. Alright, so we finished our first season with a record of 32-50. A little bit better than I thought it would be, but we did pretty solid after the Mitchell Robinson trade. So I'm not too mad at it. We should get at least probably a top 10 draft pick, hopefully, but we'll see. Here we are, the draft lottery. We have the 5th best odds at the number 1 pick, and we get the 8th pick. Good grief. Well, that's pretty unlucky, but hopefully we can still get a decent player with the 8th pick. Alright, here is the big day we've been waiting for, the NBA draft. Let's go ahead and go to our pick. With the 8th pick in the draft, Anthony Edwards is still here. That is a very, very intriguing offer. I'm thinking him, maybe Isaac Okoro. I think we gotta go Anthony Edwards. He's a top 5 player in this draft, so we gotta go with him. Looking at the draft recap, we got Anthony Edwards, who's a 79 overall, and he is tied for the best player in this draft with James Wiseman, so we got a steal. This was an incredibly good draft for the Hornets. Alright, here we are in free agency. We have some very, very good free agents like Anthony Davis and Brandon Ingram, but it looks like we have negative $14 million in cap room, so I'm no math whiz, but I don't think we can sign anybody with negative $14 million. So I'm just going to skip this part. Okay, now we're in like the official free agency. That was like the pre-free agency thing. I don't know all these terms and stuff. I don't really play my league that much, but we have some decent players in free agency after the pre-free agency, whatever. I think we have apparently $33 million in cap room. So I think we might go for maybe Fred VanVleet to be a good backup point guard or something. So we're gonna offer him a 3-year deal for $62 million. That's very generous, but he's a good player. He's still pretty young. We also really need a power forward, so I'm gonna try to sign Jabari Parker. Let's give him, I don't know if I want to do a 3-year deal. Let's maybe go 2, about maybe 30 million, 31 million, something like that. Here we are in player progression. Mitchell Robinson went up 3 to 86. He is by far our best player now. Graham went up 1. Nothing too crazy here. Bridges went up a couple. Nobody really moved up a whole bunch, but it looks like we got a decent roster forming here. Maybe we can make the playoffs next year. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the off season. We are now into our second season of the franchise, and we will pick up in the next episode. And I might play a couple games through the next season since we're a little bit better. I don't know yet. Let me know in the comments if you want me to play a couple games, and I'll just consider that. But yeah, I thought this was a very successful episode considering we got arguably the best player in the draft at number 8, and we signed a couple good free agents, made a couple good trades. I think it's been pretty successful so far, so yeah, it's going pretty well. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.